Kansas City organizations are losing more than $1.3 million in state funding next year. Governor Mike Kehoe signed Missouri's 2027 budget yesterday, cutting funds for museums, nonprofits, and other programs across the metro. KCTV5 Samantha Boring spoke with one group that is disappointed by the decision.
Here at 18th and Vine, Juneteenth KC brings music, food, and a celebration, all of it free. But starting next year, thousands of dollars in state funds that help make this possible are gone. In its 15th year, Juneteenth Kansas City just saw its biggest turnout last month, more than 35,000.
We are non-ticketed.
A free event for kids, adults, and those in need, connecting them to the community. Tuesday, the nonprofit learning the $100,000 in state funding that helps make the celebration happen won't return next year.
It's really disheartening to see, again, the state of Missouri taking this route.
Governor Mike Kehoe signing the 2027 budget on Tuesday of $50.7 billion. Kansas City saw at least $1.3 million in cuts, along with 65 total budget vetoes.
It is education programs that are getting hurt, teacher retention programs, things that help our communities to learn and to thrive.
Juneteenth KC isn't alone. Bruce R. Watkins Center, the World War I Museum and Memorial, and a workforce pre-apprenticeship program all facing a loss.
All of those things that you mentioned are really worthy things that we should fund in different climates. But I think what we're trying to do now is to start the process of getting our budget in line.
The state is projecting a more than $500 million budget shortfall in 2028, which is why Speaker Patterson says the state is making cuts even if they're painful, while organizations like Juneteenth KC are now looking at ways to refocus their celebrations and find other funding sources.
It's just about getting creative and really just leaning on the community to recognize that it is a community effort, which it always has been and now has to continue to be to move on.
After the signing of the 2027 budget, Governor Mike Kehoe sharing that the state of Missouri has a spending problem. Though another reason for these cuts, Speaker Patterson and Representative Strickler say is due to the loss of federal money. From 18th and Vine, Samantha Boring, KCTV5 News.